Hey, what's going on? And welcome to episode one of the OneManShow Podcast. Name is Kevin Wilcox, and we're just gonna jump right to it. Really, I got a bunch of things that I want to talk about today. I got my water, laptop for no fucking reason at all, and we're just gonna get right to it. Um, so I guess for starters, I could just say I'm an 18-year-old kid going to college sometime in August. Hopefully, praying that I'm able to go. Um, and yeah, I mean, I'm just fucking bored, really. Like, just like a lot of people, I'm fucking bored in my own house. I go out for work. And that's really about it. I mean, I go to stores occasionally. I'm allowed. I've been going other places like fucking other stores to buy shit, and that's really about it. I don't think I've done anything exciting yet, but fucking I don't know. So the first point that I really wanted to get to today was fucking um, I've been hearing a lot of shit. Now this has been going on for fucking years, so I'm not surprised that it's still going on. But I was talking to my boss the other day, and he's a big gamer, like I am. Like he plays basically anything under the sun, and he was just like, I'm never gonna let my kids play the type of games that I play. And I'm like, why not? Like, it's not a big deal. And he's like, well, fucking I heard that kids are very impressionable at this age, and I'm like, yeah, well, fucking no shit, they're impressionable, but they're not gonna do the shit that they find in their fucking like in the video games that they play. Like my entire life I've played Mario Kart. Not once have I seen a fucking turtle on the floor, or like have I eaten a banana and I try and fucking huck it at the people in front of me or the people behind me and watch them spin out. You know, I'm fucking when I'm driving, I don't expect to see a fucking like little question mark block that'll give me a fucking item, like a mushroom that'll make me go fast. Like I don't I don't expect to see that shit because I'm not stupid, right? Like obviously in my life I've played games that that weren't supposed to be played yet. Like I haven't my mind wasn't mature enough. Like when I was like 12, I would play like Call of Duty and shit. But I don't go out and try and like shoot people, you know what I mean? So I think the problem with that is parents assume that their bad parenting um is because of the video games. Like if the kid's violent, they're gonna be like, oh, it's the fucking it's the fucking video games, and I'm like, no, the fuck, it's not. I feel like I don't know. I feel like maybe Call of Duty would definitely have like or like rated M games would definitely have a negative effect on your child, especially if they're young. Like if they're 8 years old, they shouldn't be playing the game, right? But my question is like, who the fuck bought the game for those kids? Like, you have to like, little fucking Timmy didn't go to GameStop and say, "Hey, I want to buy this game," and the guy at the counter was just like, "Yeah, go right ahead." Gave him the fucking game, took his money, and left. Like, no, you you gotta show identification if you look fucking young. Like, the legal age to buy what cigarettes is like what 21. Yeah, I'm only 18. So if I went to a fucking store and I was like, "Hey, I want a pack of cigarettes," they're not just gonna give me it because I'm not 21 and I don't look 21. So they're gonna fucking card me and I'm gonna get my ass in trouble, right? Like that's how the fucking game goes. So you can't just sit there and fucking say that the kids are impressionable on the games that they play because a parent or an adult that is close to the kid had to have bought the kid the game. And like, even like, some people will be like, oh well, fucking kids can buy games online too, or like on the fucking console. Like if you're on an Xbox or whatever, you can buy a game and have it downloaded to the Xbox. You need a credit card number for that. So I'm sure fucking the kids are going up to their moms being like, oh hey mom, I want to buy this game. And I'm sure the mom has to at least come in and hit buy. So if they see the fucking violence on the screen and see the rating, good parents would be like, yeah, no. And if they have a problem with a kid playing the game, they're gonna say no. But there's okay. So here's the difference between good parents and bad parents, right? Good parents can go two ways with a situation. They can either say no because their kid's not old enough, like hypothetical situation, like I'm an 8-year-old kid. I go up to my mom and I'm like, "Hey mom, I want to buy this game." Well, oh, what game is it, honey? Call of Duty Modern Warfare, right? And she says no cuz I'm too young, right? So that's one scenario where she just completely says no. The other scenario is when she comes into the room to get the game for me, realizes all the shit that's going on, but lets me get the game anyways because they parent me good enough to the point where it's been fucking melted into my brain that don't do bad shit, don't do shit that you see on TV cuz it's not safe and it's stupid, right? Then you got the bad parents, right? Who will buy the game for their fucking kids and haven't told them in their fucking minds that you should not repeat shit that you see on TV, right? And then the kid gets violent and he starts talking back to his mom and the mom's just like, "Oh, it's because of fucking Call of Duty," right? That's not the case, and that's never been the case. Now, like, I'm sure if you're like 8, obviously, you're gonna say the shit that you do, and you'll get rough playing, but the arguing with your parents doesn't make sense. And I feel like if a lot of parents just kind of like played most of the games, they would. If the parents just played the games first, you know what I mean? They would be able to tell if the game is suitable for their kid or not better. Like if your son wants or son or daughter wants to buy a fucking, a rated M game, right? But the kid's 10. Like my kid, if that was my kid, I would play the game first to see if it's something that I think it's okay for my kids to be exposed to, or if it's not. And if it's not, then tough luck, kid. You gotta wait until you're older. But fucking, it's just the Karens of the world who fucking, they wanna fucking blame video games, right? The Karens, right? That fucking, they got like. They had 5 husbands, but the first 4 don't count. They argue with every fucking customer. They argue with every fucking worker. They do all a buttload of shit, right? That pisses people off, that gave them the name. They ask for the fucking manager and they complain about everything. Like, it's just the Karens of the world that want to get video games banned, right? But I don't know. Like, I know how girls work. I really, really, really do. Like, I could, like, when I came out of the fucking womb, I was just like, yeah, man. Girls do be queefing, though. You know what I mean? Like, it's gross, but, like, I know about girls. But Karens are just like a different type of fucking breed. Like, they're you think you got them figured out, but then they give you new shit to the point where you're like, damn, like, I don't know what the fuck I'm, like, I don't know what the fuck this lady's talking about. Like, so I work at a retail store, and fucking, I deal with a bunch of other customers. And there's, like, different types of customers. So, for starters, you have your old, like, elderly people, which are either wicked nice or wicked douchey, and I don't know why they're douchey, but they just, they just fucking are. And I think it's because I'm young, like, kids like me, we're young, so they're douchey to us because they're jealous that we look so good. But I mean, so you have the elderly people. Then you got the people that bring in all 17 of their kids to the store, and they're all fucking crying, and they don't do shit about it. You got the people that just shop alone, they mind their own business. You got the people that complain when you don't have something, or, when their fucking card gets declined, or whatever the fuck. Like, something that's, like, out of my control, they'll make it so that it's my fault. Like, when I worked at a drive-thru, fucking people would get pissed at me all the time when their car gets declined. I'm like, dude, you just don't got the fucking money. Like, it's fine if you don't have the money. And, I let them go off of fucking free shit all the time. I just didn't give a shit. So, I mean, I just really didn't. So yeah, so there's the people that complain, and then there's the fucking Karens, who, like, they fucking, and, like, the shit that you see on social media about Karens, like, the fucking short hair, like, fucking, it's, like, short on the sides, and it fucking, like, combs over their fucking eye. Yes, that's fucking true. And I don't care what anybody says, that is fucking true. And they got their sunglasses either on their fucking, like, over their fucking eyes, or right on their head all the time, even if it's not fucking sunny outside. That's true too. Fucking, they got a kid, husband's not in sight. That's fucking true. They got rings on, like, these every fucking finger imaginable. That's true. They got their fucking jewelry and their nice fucking clothes on and their fucking purses. That's true. But when something doesn't go their way, oh my god, it's a fucking royal smackdown at that point. So fucking the other day, so I work in like a produce section, which, fucking iceberg lettuce and shit like that. So fucking, I'm just minding my own business, filling the fucking tomatoes, and a Karen comes up to me with her kid, and the kid's stupid. Like, I don't know what went wrong with this kid. The kid isn't smart though, and I know it's not smart. So fucking, she asked me, she was like, "Oh hey, do you guys got, like, the coleslaw mix?" I'm like, "Oh, I'll go check out back for you real quick." And then she has the fucking audacity to be like, "Well, I'm assuming that if it wasn't out here, you're not gonna have it." Like, go fuck yourself, lady. Because I know what's out back better than you know what's out back. And don't fucking argue with me. Nah, I didn't say that because I don't want to get fucking, I don't want to get fucking fired. But then, so I went out back, and I grabbed the shit that she asked for, and I went out, and, like I said, nothing's ever fucking good enough for them. And if I didn't say that, nothing's ever good enough for them. So fucking, you bring it out, and she's like, "Oh, this is an old date." As in, like, the fucking expiration date. Fucking, my blood is boiling at this point. Like, lady, I don't give a fuck if this date is old or not. You're gonna fucking thank me, and you're gonna be grateful that I walked my fat ass all the way out back just to get you your fucking coleslaw mix that you could have made yourself. Yep. It's just, just stupid. So that was the fucking end of that, and I basically in so in a fucking employee way, I told her to go fuck herself, just by saying like, oh well, this is the only box that we have. It's out of my control at this point. Exactly what I said. And if you're an employee at a fucking retail store or a drive-through or anything, that's the, like, if you say that to a customer, you're telling them to fuck off in an employee type of way. So it was funny. And I went to go tell my manager, and they thought it was fucking hilarious because, you know, we fucking hate customers like that. Well, fucking speaking of my managers, so you have two, right? You have your real manager, who fucking, you know, he's a big guy. He's gonna fucking, you know, he can fire you for no fucking reason if he wanted to. Everything has to be perfect. Everything has to go his way. And then you got the fucking assistant. And assistants can go two ways. The first way is that the assistant is like really into his job and he wants to become a manager, so he's gonna be a dick to you so that he looks better up higher management. Because apparently, the bigger dick you are as a manager, the higher up you'll get. Which, so I'm going to college for business administration. That's gonna be good to know when I'm a manager, that I just gotta fucking beat the shit out of the people that I'm working with, so that I'll move up higher. And then you got the second type of assistant manager, which is the type that I have. He's wicked cool, relaxed. He doesn't care about his job that much. Which, you know, that's give or take. I mean, like, I don't care about my job that much because it's not my forever job. But, like, you know, he's just chill, laid back, fun to hang out with. Like, I hang out with him outside of work sometimes. He's a cool guy. But for some, like, so my assistant manager gets paid hourly. So if he's there for 10 hours a day, he gets paid however much he gets paid an hour for those 10 hours. But my manager gets paid salary. So however much he makes a year is however much he makes a year, regardless if he works his entire shift or not, right? That's just, you know, that's how he gets paid. So it doesn't matter how much work my manager gets done. All that matters is that he gets paid the same amount each day, whether he shoots the shit or not. So, last week my manager was on vacation, right? And he came back on Monday. So not like last Monday. He came back. And he worked. He came in late too. Like, I was in at 5 o'clock in the morning. He was in at 6, and he came in at probably like 6:15. Yeah, probably like 6:15. And so he has a certain amount of things that he has to do each day. Like, we get a truck. He's got to bring in the truck. He's got paperwork that he has to do. You know, manage the store, shit like that. So I would say like 90% of his day he just spent shooting the shit with people, right? Like other managers, or like me, or my other coworkers, or just anybody that he could find that he could shoot the shit with, because he didn't want to be there, right? And he's a fucking hypocrite. Like, I'll call him Larry. He's like, Larry's a good boss. He's wicked good at what he does, which is why he's a manager. He gets his shit done whether he shoots the shit or not. He's like a good guy, but he's a hypocrite, right? So and I'll explain. So fucking last Monday, he was shooting the shit with the other managers in the back room, right? For probably like a solid 25 minutes. So I went to my coworker Doug, and I was talking to him just for 30 minutes because Tuesday night I'm having a couple people over for a game night. So fucking, I invited him. So I'm talking to him for like 30 seconds about it. So my boss does this shit. So he's talking this way, right? And he does this shit. So he fucking looks at me and I look at him. And when he looks at me, he does this. Like, puts up his index finger and he's must have said, "I'll be right back." I don't know. He had his mask on, so I can't tell. And he fucking, like, sprint walks. I have never seen a fucker sprint walk in my life. Like, there's a lot of types of walking. There's, like, the walking that, like, you know, you're fucking going slow and you're just kind of cruising, or you're trying to look cool, or your pants are fucking sagging and you didn't bring a belt, so you gotta walk slow so that they don't fall off. Like, there's that type of walking. There's normal type of walking where you're just, you're fucking jamming and you're just, you're walking. There's speed walking where you want to get somewhere in a hurry because you're late. Then there's this fucking sprint walking thing that I didn't know about. It's practically a jog. No, okay, it's practically you fucking running, but you're not in the motion of running. You are fucking walking. Like, it is a walking motion. All the way. So, the back room's like 3 houses down. Like, he's 3 houses down from me. And I'm right here. Like, that's the length that we are. Sprint walks all the way down to me and tells me, "Hey, can you guys stop shooting the shit and get back to work?" And walks all the way back to the people that he was talking to shoot the shit some more. And I know that he was shooting the shit because I went into our cooler and out, and there he is shooting the shit again. That pissed me off because if you're gonna make a no talking rule, you gotta follow it yourself, right? It's like teachers, right? People can shit out teachers all they want, but like, no hoods in school, right? You don't see teachers put their hoods on. No sleeping in class. You don't see the teachers sleeping in class. And if, like, no running in the halls, you don't see teachers running in the halls unless they're trying to stop a fight. Like, and if teachers are hypocrites too, then they're a bad teacher. And I know because I took teaching classes in high school, and they were fun, and I know what a bad teacher is. So, he's just a hypocrite. And like I said, I really like him as a boss, but like, it's just like, if he can dick around, why can't I? You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. Just, all big and tough, like, "Alright, stop shooting the shit and get back to work." Like, okay, boss. I don't fucking know. But he is funny though. One day I was talking to my bosses about how I'm going to college, right? And so my assistant manager, he's 29 years old. And I'm rooming with one of my coworkers, so I told him, "Oh, hey, no one and I are rooming together." And my boss was like, my assistant was like, "Oh, well, I'm going to go to college with you and play the big brother part, and you could just bring the girls to me, right?" And that's not fucked up. And you want to know why that's not fucked up? Because he's not even 30 yet, right? He is 29 years old, and people in college can be like 22, 23, right? And that's not fucked up. Like, the age gap, yes, but they're adults. So, like, obviously he's not going to date fucking 18-year-olds. Like, my boss isn't stupid like that. He would, obviously more his age, because he's getting older and he's got to settle down. And he's just joking. So he would not fucking do it on purpose, right? And then my boss, he wasn't talking about the girls. He was talking about the parties that there are at college. And he was just like, "Yeah, dude, I'll play the dad part and bring the alcohol." And so he fucking stands up at his desk and he claps his hands, go, like that shit. That shit cracked me up. Because I have never, like, my boss is 37. I have never seen a fucking 37-year-old. Like, what I did was an understatement of the actual, like, motion that he fucking did. Because I can't even do it myself. He was fucking, like, if he did that, like, if you're walking down the street, right, and you make eye contact with somebody and they fucking do that to you, you would run in the opposite direction. Because it is so fucking weird, but it's funny the way that he did it, because that's how he is. And I would, like, you would never expect him to fucking, like, if you knew my boss, you would never expect him to fucking do shit like that. He's an uptight person, but if you can get him all jacked up, he will fucking do random shit. And it's hilarious. Like, so fucking funny when he gets jacked up. And that's what makes me enjoy my job so much. But at the same, like, I just don't like the type of work, because it does hurt my body. And I am left in pain a lot after work. And I do work crazy hours. Like, fucking tomorrow, I have to work from 5 o'clock in the morning to 5 at night. Which, obviously, you know, I'm sure fucking people do that. But that's just not my type of work, so I'm going to complain about it. So, like, I work fucking crazy hours. But at the end, you know, the pay is good. And, like, if I can get... it's kind of like when you have a substitute teacher and you get them talking about their personal life. That's what it's like with my bosses. If you can get them to fucking start talking to you and actually listening to you, they can cut like half an hour off of your shift just by talking to you, which I am fine with. So you can say I'm a fucking, you know, I'm a piece of shit worker, but I don't care. Like, I'm a fucking kid. This isn't my forever job. But yeah, that's just how it is working at my work. But anyways, 4th of July is coming up, so that's kind of exciting. I got a cookout at my grandma's house. She just moved into a new house, and it's fucking beautiful. It's right next door to my college too. I'll be going to UNH. So it's wicked close. So I'll be able to see my family and shit. So yeah, you know, 4th of July is coming up. I can't wait to fucking see all the white girls post fireworks on their stories and shit like that. I know it's gonna fucking happen. But I don't know. It, you know, at the same time, I mean, I'm not a big 4th of July fan, just because, like, fucking the white girls ruin it, right? Because, I mean, like, you can go see fireworks in person, right? And, you know, fucking, it's fun. But then you have to see 17 different sets of fireworks the next day when you wake up and you're scrolling through Snapchat stories. So fucking, like, on July 5th, I don't even open Snapchat or Instagram. And if I do, I'm not looking at the fucking stories, my guy. Because I already saw fireworks, and I'm not going to see 25 other sets of fireworks go off on my fucking phone. I don't care, and I'm not fucking doing it. So, I guess that brings me to the next point. Fucking, if anybody's like an NFL fan watching this, you know who Jason Pierre-Paul is. And if you don't, I think he plays for the Buccaneers now. If not, then I don't know where the fuck he plays. But last I knew, I think he was on the Bucs. Some 4th of July, he was lighting fireworks and he actually lost a finger. And people make memes of it. And you know what, dude? I'm gonna do this shit again. It's not fucking funny. It's not. And you want to know why it's not funny? Because it's old. It's the same shit every fucking year. Like, fucking high threes or high fours or however many fingers he's missing on that hand. It's always that shit. It's the same fucking jokes every goddamn year. And I know it's the same jokes every year because you can take the time. If you follow like an NFL meme page, you can take the time to scroll through like different 4th of July since this incident has happened, and you can see every fucking meme that has ever been posted about Jason Pierre-Paul, and you will notice that it's the same fucking meme every single goddamn time. Like every time. And it's not funny, and I didn't laugh. Like I can't even fit it into my fucking schedule. Like it's not funny. I can't even fit a laugh into my schedule. But yeah, it's not fucking funny. It's really not. And I don't know why people overuse jokes. Like I've definitely excuse me. I definitely have jokes that I tell people, like multiple people, but never the same person more than once unless they want to hear it again, right? Like I have a friend, and her and I used to have English together last year, and I would fucking crack jokes all the time. And she would fucking, like, she would want to hear it again. So, or either that or I just fucking keep it going because she's laughing. But, like, the next day I'm not saying the same joke because my shit's original. Like, my comedy is original, and I didn't get it from other people unless I really think it's fucking funny. But in that case, I still tell people, like, where I got the fucking joke from. Because I'm not, I don't steal. So, I just, overusing jokes is just stupid. Because, like, you look stupid. Like, you look like you have Alzheimer's, and you can't remember that you told me the joke, so you gotta tell me that shit again. And I'm like, haha, like, still funny, but you already told me this, so don't fucking tell me again. And they tell me again, I'm like, alright, now that shit's not funny. Like, if, like, you watch, like, a stand-up, right? And the first time you watch it, you're laughing your ass off, you're pissing your pants. Like, it's funny. And then the second time you watch it, like, haha, yeah, I remember that. And then the third time you watch it, like, why did I even turn this on? Like, why am I watching this again? You know what I mean? Like, Kevin Hart's my favorite comedian, right? What's funny is that, like, my name's Kevin too. How tall is Kevin Hart? Damn it, my laptop died. See, I fucking put it here to make it look cool. To make myself fucking look cool. And instead, I haven't even fucking used it. How tall is Kevin Hart? Alright, it says he's 5'4". But I've definitely read somewhere that he's like, people have like lied about his height. But I'm 5'6". Like, have you ever met a tall Kevin? Like, think about it. If you've ever met a Kevin in your life, have they been tall? Like, let me fucking, like, the only other Kevin that I can think of is Kevin Harvick. Height. Kevin Harvick height. He's 5'10". So, like, that's above average, but that's still not over 6 feet. Fucking, oh, Kevin Zeitler. He's in the fucking NFL. Oh, shit, that man's 6'4". Yeah, but he plays in the NFL. So is his name really fucking Kevin? Or did he, like, change his name because it was, like, some embarrassing name, like, fucking, I don't know, fucking, like, Calvin. Fucking hate that name. Calvin or Kelvin. I fucking hate those two names. Like, just name your kid Kevin at that point. Like, don't put the L in and ruin my fucking name. You know, you know what I mean? Like, I could put a fucking B at the end of the fucking, like, at the end of my name and have it be Kevin B, and it's just a waste of a fucking name. Like, that's what it is. Like, they're like names that fucking sound the same, right? As in, like, Kevin and Kelvin or Calvin. Like, those three names sound the same, right? And then there's like Devin and Devlin. And I'm sure there's a bunch of other names, but like I didn't look up on Google, oh, names that sound the same. But if you're just gonna add like one fucking letter to a name, don't fucking name your kid that. It's stupid. Like a kid in my old school was named Kelvin, right? And substitutes would get his name and my name mixed up all the time because they would fucking see the L in his name and then put an L in my name as well. So they'd be like, oh, Kelvin, whatever the fuck his last name is, I can't remember. And they'd be like, oh, Kelvin Wilcox. I'm like, nah, fuck you, lady, it's Kevin. And that's how it fucking went. And it's obnoxious, but hey, just how I have to live my life. But it was just fucking, it's just stupid. Like, don't add fucking letters to a perfectly normal name. Like, what the fuck? Like, Chris, right? The name Chris. Chris. I named our cat's name is Chris. Then you have Chris, Kris. Why? Like, whichever fucking Chris came first, get rid of the other one. Like, just get fucking rid of the other ways you can spell it. Now, like, obviously there are like tribal names, right? And that's like how certain like languages or like certain ethnicities or just like certain countries, that's how they just spell the name. But if you're just doing it for shits and giggles, like, I'd say most Americans, if your name is Chris, it's Chrisistopher. If you name just your kid Christopher, Kristopher, and you're full American, and you just thought that it looked cool, you probably have worse vision than I do. Because the name, for some reason, even though K makes the K sound, and CH, like, looks like it would make the sound as if, like, you were saying chocolate, it just doesn't look right. It looks stupid. And that's just my opinion on it. Hate all you want, but that's just my opinion on a fucking name. And there are a bunch of other names, and like I said, I'm sure people spell it that way because that's just like, that's how, different countries spell it, or different religions, or different ethnicities. But if you're just doing it because you think it looks cool, just name it the normal way. Like, don't change the spelling just because it looks cool to you, because I'm sure people make fun of the kid in fucking school. That's just, that's just how fucking, modern life is. Fucking, because the more we progress on through our lives, the more assholes kids get, right? The more assholes no, okay, wait a minute, that was sus. Fucking, the bigger assholes kids get. Because, like, they're just little shits. Like, I used to work in a preschool, and I loved those kids. But sometimes they could really get on my last nerve. Like, fucking, they would just ask me the same question over and over and over again, or they wouldn't fucking listen. And that's just kids. In their fucking brain, they have too much shit going on, right? Like, they're like, oh man, I need to go home after school, and I need to throw up on the floor, and I need to play with my Legos. Like, that's how fucking kids think. Like, they're like, oh, I hope when I get home, mommy and daddy don't yell at me because I threw up on the floor and I made a mess with my Legos, and I'm not gonna clean it up. Like, that's how fucking kids think. And you'll be like, hey, come here. And the kid's like, no, making a mess with my Legos. And, like, they just fucking, like, they just don't fucking listen. And they do shit like that. And it's hilarious. Like, if you're watching it happen to somebody else, it's fucking hilarious. When it's happening to you, it pisses you off, right? Like, I have a little sister, and I love her to death. Like, I'd fucking do anything for her. And when she can be a brat, like all kids. Like, I'm sure I was a brat when I was a kid. And fucking, like, all the time, she would fucking, just, like, when she's, like, throwing her shit, because she's, like, she won't be mad at me. But, like, if she's mad at somebody else and because of that she's throwing shit, it's funny. Because it's just funny to watch, like, a little human being get so mad to the point where they pick up their Peppa Pig toy and throw it across their room. But when they're pissed off because of me and they're throwing that shit at me, that's not funny. And it shouldn't be funny to anyone else. Like, if you guys are watching this, or whoever is watching this, have a kid, or if you ever have a kid or have a younger sibling, and you remember, like, laughing at them getting mad, and don't fucking lie to me and say, oh, I don't laugh when kids get mad because it's not funny. It's funny, and I don't care what you say. It's funny, and I don't know why it's funny. To me, I think it's funny because it's, like a 2-foot human being getting so much anger built inside of their little tiny body to the point where they have to throw stuff. Like, there is no argument or anything like that. They just have to throw something. And that's what's funny. But so back to what I was saying. So if you have, like, a younger sibling, or if you have a kid yourself, or, like, a younger kid is in your life, right? And they're getting mad at somebody else, and you see how they fucking react, this shit's funny. But if they're mad at you and you see how they react, it's not funny. Because they take their anger out on you, and you're like, no, like, what did I do? Like, I was just being a good adult, or, a good big kid. And kid doesn't think of it that way. Oh, god damn it. And the kid doesn't think of it that way. So the kid wants to throw the Peppa Pig toy at you, and you get pissed off. But, that's just how kids work, man. And that's how they're always gonna fucking work. And there's no around it. Like, kids are just gonna do what they want to do all the time because they're kids. Like I said, their fucking mind their fucking imagination goes at 100 miles an hour, and it's just funny to watch them, and like how like quick they are to like get triggered at random shit. And it's just like, I don't know, like it's just fucking weird. Cause like when you get older, you're like, man, I have so much shit. Like I can't remember anything, and like you stop imagining shit. Like you stop imagining a lot of shit at once. Like you don't think about playing with a bunch of Legos and not cleaning it up. You think about going home and sleeping when you're an adult. That's what you care about. You don't care about playing or going to work. You care about going home and sleeping, and that's what you think about. At least that's what I think about. But like kids, they want to go home and play with Legos, and they want to play cars, and they want to go outside and go on a fucking swing, and they want to play basketball or play football, and they also want to fucking, annoy the shit out of their family, and they want to poop on the floor, and they want to throw up on the floor, and they want to go pee on the potty like a big boy or a big girl, and they want to play with the dog, and then they want to pick the cat up by its fucking tail, and they want to fucking get different animals, and they want to be a princess. That's how kids think, and they do it all at once. But, dude, if I think of fucking two things, like, if I'm, like, at work, if I'm, like, alright, I'm gonna fill romaine hearts, butternut squash, iceberg lettuce, and zucchini. At least 2 of those 4 things I'm gonna forget in the span of 15 fucking seconds when I go out back to try and get that shit. I'll be like, god damn, like I got the romaine hearts and the zucchini, but what the fuck else was I supposed to grab? Or I'll get sidetracked and just completely forget what I was gonna grab. So then I gotta go back out there and be like, oh, I'm an idiot. Like now I know what I was gonna grab. But that's just how life goes, and like it's just funny, and it always will be funny. But yeah, I think that's about all the time I have. I didn't really have anything else to talk about today. No, a lot of it is saved for like fucking uh Tuesday and Wednesday. Which okay, so fucking here's how the podcasts go. I was off today because I had a graduation party to go to last night. So fucking like today I was able to do something, but fucking every Tuesday and Wednesday I'm gonna record. I was gonna stream, but it's way too fucking laggy, so I'm gonna have to figure out something. But fucking every Tuesday and Wednesday, record from 12 to 1, upload it to YouTube. You guys watch it, you guys laugh, and if you don't watch it, then fucking whatever. Like I don't do this shit to get famous. Like obviously if I get famous, that's awesome, and I would be so fucking grateful for what I was given. But at the same time, like I'm just doing this for fun because I think this is fun. Like I didn't just buy the microphone just to fuck around with it. Like I want to do shit with it, and this is one of the things that I've wanted to do for a while that I've never actually pushed myself to do it. So I'm just doing it for fun. And if I get like a big fan base and I, make something out of this, then obviously that's fucking cool. But at the same time, like, I just want to make the people that watch it laugh. And just, have fun while I'm doing it. And that's all that I fucking care about. But anyways, every Tuesday, Wednesday, record from 12 to 1, sometimes earlier, sometimes later, but Tuesday and Wednesdays there will be new episodes. Or I just talk about other shit, and the setup will basically stay the same. I'm in my shed right now, actually. I got my fan right there. You can see it. Got